Hi guys, good evening. Hi Ashish, hi Arun. Give me 1 moment. Let me just set up the other laptop. Hi Ike, hi Ganesh. Good evening. Hi Nitin, hi Manny, hi Swarkful, hi Vivek, hi Senthil, hi Vikram. Good evening. Futures are down almost 1%. I think NQ is down much more than NQ is down like quarter. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Hi Dev. Thank you very much. Sashikal, yes. Hi Deepak. Hi Ganesh. You can play both. It totally depends on you. I only play options. I do not play stocks. Hi Rama. Hi Anjesh. Hi Raman. Hi Nagarjun. Yes, I had a good weekend. Hi Pal. Hi Patel. Hi Street. Good evening. All right. Hi Ken. Good evening. I think we have a reasonable attendance, so we can get started. So let me just do the scan first. I'll do the inside day and inside week scan. It's inside day. First, I will change the time frame to week. See what comes out. From my watch list, we have JPM and we have WFC. So JPM and WFC. Tech is seriously weak, as I've been very vocal about that. It's the moment we break 4380, it's done the game. It's going to make a newer low. IBM, that's it. UPST IBM. IBM is inside a UPST. Okay. And right now market is seriously on a bear side. So any tickers you are looking for, do let me know. Hi Kishan, hi Shrini, hi Pankaj, hi Harry, hi Dave, hi Shrini, Gaurav, Atul, Raghu. So guys, market is seriously weak, and this time the tech is beaten down heavily. Like there's nothing in the inside days for uh, tickers. And if we go to the inside days, right? I gave you last week a very clear-cut example that we failed here, which is 4520. We failed here, the regression channel. We failed here. The first time we failed, we made 4200. I clearly laid this down last time. Then we break this one. We made 4101. This time we failed again the regression channel. I'm expecting 4000. And then there's 3700. So since then we have seen back-to-back moves. So below 4382 was a nasty move to 4260. We closed around that, and now we are holding well below that area. Now I don't have any support whatsoever in ES. Like if I see these small tickles, it may be around like 4190, 42 area, and then 4150. I am not at all positive on this market. It is sell on rise until and unless we break above 4382. That's why on Friday, in our analysis, I even eliminated the positive part. It's just sell on rise. And if you see sell on rise, Amazon, AMD, Square, Nvidia, all of them, they were good sell on rise. They went up and they were sold. This will continue to happen. We just need to make sure that there could be some serious aggressive declines which can come. And imagine right now we have not even started the balance sheet reduction. And we are only talking about 50 basis point hikes in May, which is confirmed. It is confirmed. June, we are talking about 50 basis points at least, or 75 basis points. I also read what Jerome Powell said. He said inflation is high, it needs to come down, and expecting 2024 to reach his goal of 2%. So that's too much in the future. We have to wait for that. But the current liquidity which is in the market, it's a serious concern for him. Like as I said, if US does not clean up the balance sheet, it is going to really, really harm the dollar. So he's also considering that, and he's very vocal about the fact that no matter, even if the inflation gets easier, interest rates are going to get higher. So you have seen the story of the stock market. I said this in December. I explained it very clearly that this will happen. Now the same thing is setting up for the real estate. Gold is setting up for a nice up move. Gold is holding 1929 area. I'll explain the gold thing later on. So again, if you are in the growth stocks and you're thinking to average it down, think 10 times. Do not try to catch this falling knife. Again, market will not bounce. For market to bounce, you need fresh capital. Now, fresh capital, even if it is there, it is going to get offset by a huge balance sheet reduction supply. So we need to have some massive amount of fresh money for market to take it higher. Just don't think about what anybody says. Don't think about what is written in the Twitter or any article. Do simple mathematics. If supply is $95 billion, right? If supply is $95 billion, unless and until you have a larger demand than $95 billion, how would the market go up? Not possible. Now, one more thing which I want to explain macroeconomic wise before I jump into the levels is with $95 billion thing taking out of the market, higher interest rates, people who have like bought their houses since 2020, 2022 today, most of them have paid average 50 to 150,000 above the current or above the normal valuations of those houses. Some even went about 200,000, right? Now, when you buy a commodity, when you buy an object, we should always make sure the value of it. Interest rates are variable. But if your principal amount is higher, now when the recession in terms of economics hit, let's supposedly you have a house of 500K, right? With higher interest rate and with $95 billion supply, this market, which also got boosted because of the free Fed money. Now, if you try to sell your property, you will not be able to sell the property at the same prices. Even if there is a huge shortage of supply, but when you will not find buyers, you will start to see the pain. And when you start to lose the job, this will amplify, and that will also hit into the market and create the supply. So this is going to be a very difficult cycle to trade. Reality will bring the stocks like Home Depot, Lowe's, or paint stocks, infrastructure stocks to downside, plus the banking side to downside because the people will default on loans. And this is going to hit the economy in normal times, like to consolidate the liquidity. So it is a wall which is getting built around the economy. If they do not do it, US is going to default. If they do it, US is having high possibilities of going into recession. So again, it's a step by step. Every day there is a new finding, things which are happening. So we need to be very careful. Trade step by step. Do not panic. Take your positions. Make sure you have hedges in case something wrong happens. Prepare for it. Ramaya, that's a very, very stupid question. Nobody knows when the market will bottom. This is a theory which people have like started coming up in last 2 years who don't nothing about the market. You can never find the bottom. You can never find the top. It's only when market takes a certain consolidation and then try to move from that direction, the bottom is made. By the time you realize it's already like weeks, the bottom is done. You cannot identify a bottom. People who claim that they identified the top, they identified the bottom, that's totally irresponsible statement. We have $9 trillion on the balance sheet deficit. If you divide 95 billion by 9 trillion, it still takes 9 years. Rest is your simple math. All right. So I'll ask you about the list. I'll give you some minutes here. Anybody wants to, because I want to clean up this list. Anybody want to add or specific ticker? Again, I will not take into any penny stocks or any high ticker stocks which just move randomly for news. I need good index stocks or stocks which are really above like 50 to $100 billion, not any unnecessary stock. So this is the watch list. Uh, I'll give you 2 minutes. If you have any thing, let me know. I'll wait for it. What is has? Then I will start my analysis. Has is making inverted head and shoulders, but it failed right here. It was trying to make inverted head and shoulders, went there but failed. Now it has fallen and broken down. So I will not trade it until it goes above like, not this one, has, sorry about that. Has an inside day. It's holding the 34 EMA, can go up to 1993, possible. Stop loss is 86, so very short risk for a good trade. But I would expect it to make inverted head and shoulders, come down a little around 86 and then go up. That will make much better trade rather than entering here. I'll wait for it. LMT, Netflix, I'm out of Netflix. We went short on Netflix before the earnings from 340. So I'm actually done on Netflix. LMT, I can include, yes. LMT, I can remove Caterpillar, include LMT. I can Nike for Square. Nike can come. Facebook. Facebook still. Facebook, Roku, Facebook is already there. Roku, I don't want to because Roku is literally like too much. FCN, I don't know. I'll check. Maybe I'll include Lulu because it did the target on the upside of 403. Rest we will check what we can replace. All right, so let's get started now. So coming back to ES, sentiment is still very bearish. We closed on 4260 and these are high Kinesis. So let me convert them into so this is like back-to-back bearish engulfing, or if you want to call outside day, it broke 4458, closed 4382, and now 4260. And that's what happened here. Sell below 4295 and it went below. So now 4295 is an area where I would become neutral, but that's too far. I don't think so. We are going to touch that. So 4260 is my stop loss. Sell below the low of Friday, which was 42.47. Right now it's trading well below, like 15 points below that. But if it come near, so let me sell near 42.47. Target one is 41.90. This area where we have some 41.90. Yeah, 41.90, 41.50. And like for NQ, I said 80% short. It is almost there for that level. So let's go to NQ. I'm not even talking about the positive side in this market. Same thing. NQ failed at 61.8 Fibonacci. And now you should also appreciate the power of Fibonacci. 68, if you fail, you will come down to test 0. 38 first stop, 23 second stop. Usually, if you fail 61, you will come hit 23. Usually, 23 provides some level of support, but not necessarily always. In this case, it has already broken the downtrend regression channel is there, which will act as a resistance. 13405, which was our second target on Friday. We are well below that. We are looking for 1296, 12965. There is no support in between. Below 12965, we have 12400. So 12965 is really, really important area. 12965 to 12900 is really, really important area. Sell stop loss is 13400, which was the target. Target is 12965, 12885. I'm still 80, like breaking of this, it's already done. Sell below again, Friday's low, which was 13300. We are still like well below that. So I will say sell near 13325. Let it come up a little and then we can rise, sell. Still 80% short on Nasdaq. QQQ. Again, like we talked about all these levels, 326, 313, below 338. We did test all of it. Look at the regression channel. It took support right there. I'm looking at 315 now. Same principle, failure of 61 should hit 0. So 315 is the target on QQQ. 315 is for now, but we can look after that later on. Stop loss is 326.50. Again, sell below Friday's low, 325.40. See, when we sell below a previous day's low, it clearly shows that the sentiment in the market is really, really bad. If the sentiment is bad and it opens below and maintains below the previous low, it means there is no, unless something positive happens from a news or a catalyst, market is not coming up. Market is falling quickly and falling with some intensity. So that's what is happening with market. So do not try to catch. Make sure you understand what's happening with the market and take a necessary step to trade. If you do not like to short the market, or if you do not like to go into the put direction, make sure for your portfolio you have hedges so that you do not take unnecessary losses. That's my recommendation. Apple, Friday, it went below 166. I went short. My 40-cent put went on to make $3.50. I posted that in my Telegram, but I exited at 100% return, made some money, and I was out. I didn't look back. So now it is short. Again, I chose only one tick and I was done. Again, since I have started following 1 or 2 trade per day, I've actually started making progress into my account. Previously, I used to make $10,000, $15,000 in a day, and then I used to give back. But now, even if I'm now that yes, market is going in the direction I expect, even if I know the trade is going to go higher, I tend to book profit as soon as I am happy with my target. I have defined my daily profit targets. If I get that, I take it out and I sit back. First, this gives me a very good peace of mind because I made money. Second, I have stopped doing over trading. I used to take like 100, 200, 500 lots. Now I'm taking 5, 10 lots, and I'm more than happy taking a trade into my direction because I know every day I will have a single opportunity. There's no end of the world. That has really intense improved my trading capabilities. So again, we have broken 78.6 Fibonacci on Apple. It's back to back. The regression channel, which was holding for quite some time, is broken now. It should come 159 and 158 area. Apple is sell, stop loss is, I'll take this. This is called piercing pattern where you will see the body of the candle. If I take half, that's my stop loss. If anything comes up to the half and then goes up above, it means it has overcome the piercing pattern. So usually I prefer this half method because it's really good. Stop loss is 163.75. Sell below 161 to 61.50. Target is 159 and I'm expecting 61 breach and 150. 150, 450 and 150. 70% bearish. They have all broken. It has broken. See, I'm not putting any Fibonacci in these three because they have already broken all the levels. They're testing for zero. Here, breaking, broken actually. 78.6 Fibonacci at 164.75. Should test 61, 38, 23.6. Target tested 254. It will come around this area 237 where I want to enter. So probably on Monday morning, I think with market is declining, it should come around 237, 238. I am still positive here. I'd love to buy this around because it's a test of the breakout. This 236 area is really, really good breakout. So I am going to do a test of the breakout, I will buy the dip. So 235 is the breakout area where it broke out after a consolidation of 8 to 10 months. I want to buy near 237 if it comes around that. And my targets are, first one is the gap here, which is 247.50 and 254. I'm giving it a 60% because the sentiment of the market is really, really bad. Amazon did 28.85 on Friday. It did our target exactly close on that area. It has broken down, and this is clearly making an M pattern. Whether you like it, you don't like it, it's going down big time. It's an M pattern. M pattern is a nasty pattern. This is the pattern which I have seen in Moderna, in Roku, in Zoom, and I have like told people to be careful about the M pattern. It's a nasty pattern. The only thing is, if it has to ignore it and bounce, this is the last time it can do it. Otherwise, we are looking at 2670 and well below. It has earnings this week. And let me see if it has gaps. There is one gap which I can see right here with my bare eyes. It's right there, 2659. And next is 2659 here. 2659. And then that's not a gap. This is the gap. Let me add the gap finder. There's one gap here. One gap here. 2620. Let's hit 2620 on Amazon. I'll not be surprised. Amazon is going to post really nasty numbers. Don't think the split news will take it higher. No, it's going to post really nasty numbers. If Netflix can cut into like from 700 to 200, Nvidia from 350 to 200 and below, Amazon can easily come down to 1,000. I'm seriously negative on Amazon. It's one of the stocks which I like. Stop loss is 28. Sell below 28.85. Simple. Sell below 28.85. You may not even see 28.85 again. So stop loss is 2,900. Target is 27.87 or 27.50 and 26.92. 26.20. M pattern. Highly bearish pattern. AMD. People who were saying chip stocks will do this, that, and boom, they will fill the gap. AMD has the gap at 70, it will fill the gap. AMD has the gap at 60, it will fill the gap. Matter of time. It is breaking below this area. Trend is clearly negative. This is the last good support from the regression channel. Again, if you see, I have not changed the regression channel. It is still hovering here. Failed here, failed here, failed here, failed here. Now, boom, could not hold on to this. This is the first time it is well below this area since the COVID, like even well before the COVID, because it is starting from 2019. So if it does not hold here, I think it's going to come down and fill all these gaps. Right now, I have one support at, it is a 88. That is 74 area, which is one support. 86. 50. So it's a sell AMD. 8650 is one target. Yes. Second target is 83 now. 83, 70%. If you see it clearly, it's a inverted, no, it's a clear head and shoulder breakdown. This was the neckline. So from here, at least like 40 point, around 60 to 70, it should test. This area is an area where it should find some support. Again, these are all my analysis. I could be wrong, but I will trade based on this. I'm not trying to find bottom here or top here. I'm just trading what I'm looking at the screen. Stop loss in case of AMD is 91. Stop loss is still 91 area. 88, 89, 91 area. I'm actually looking at 72 on AMD. I'm just putting very clearly 72. Nike. Nike, another one which had the gap, which still has to fill the gap. It is bearish candle, good bearish in structure. Trend is negative, looking at 125 and 129, and the gap here of 120. 125. Nike is still short. Target is 125 and 120. It's a bearish candle, so 130 is the stop loss. Bearish engulfing candle. Sell on rise. Sell near 139. See, stocks like Nike, IBM, these are the stocks which will run slowly and steadily, giving you a good opportunity to trade. So don't ignore them. They will give you good opportunities. Facebook, last time I said, if there's an opportunity above 190, so it opened at 190 but failed to hold, so I did not trade. Now it is well below this area. All my levels are like looking like jokers here. Target is 180 and 170 on Facebook. If Facebook misses on their numbers, trust me, we might see like 100 on Facebook. Stop loss is 195 now. That is too far, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can get some. 186 could be a better stop loss. LMT. LMT went up and we did short on LMT 2 days back. It kind of held this 437 area, 78.6 Fibonacci. It did not break it, but more or less it's ready to break it down because it did made lower low, lower high. And in case you are confused, let's see. Haikinishi. Haikinishi is still telling me it's sell on rise. So let's sell this thing. Sell on rise with 445 below. LMT I'm just putting it in neutral. Sell below 445. I will become neutral if it breaks above 450. Stop loss is 448. See, when index is going down and the big components are going down, company like IBM, Intel, Walmart, they may sustain. They are slow movers, but they may sustain. 438. 438, I think it's a really, really good support. It's holding it here. So if it breaks, we might see 422. I'm just giving 60% right there. Lulu was doing good. It hit our 403 target. And since then, it is trying to fill the gap. There are two gaps here, which one is around 334 and other is around 354. So if it comes to 354, I would love to add Lulu there. Because Lulu is showing some good momentum. So I'm going to buy this on the dip. I'm positive on Lulu, but I would like to buy this around 353, 353. Yeah. Buy near 353. It is exactly to Costco. When Costco went to 550 to 600, it came down to 580 and then bang on. Same thing is here. It did 400. It failed at 50%. It will come down and test around 23%. In this case, we have a gap, so it might fill here and then move back. So I'm taking that into account. And my stop loss will be 347. Target will be 363 and 378. Trying to fill the gap. If it holds this gap, that's really positive. Even in the negative market, if it holds the gap, that's really bullish. BA also failed on Friday. Like again, it's not able to break out of 190 area. It's not showing any kind of it's in this range for almost 2 years now. In this channel. There's nothing out of BA. It goes here, come back, goes here, come, goes up, goes down, goes up, comes down. It's still in this channel. There's nothing out of this channel yet. So the breakout or the breakdown from this will be really, really huge. So let's see what's the least area for it to go down, or because higher it needs to go above 190 now. That is for sure. For lower, the area is around 165. Or if we see last time it came around 173, we have a good base here. If it comes around 173 or 174, that's the last area for BA bulls. So stop loss is 172 by near 174 and target is 181 and 186. 181, 186, 190. This is the last for bulls. Google is sell, sell, and sell. If you found my level, Google was a perfect sell. Bang, bang, bang. 24.95 bang, it's going down. And now we have gaps here. 2100 gap is there. We have a gap at 1900. Trust me, if you have to make a shot on Google. This could be a really multi-bagger for you if you really want to make a shot. If we can see Facebook, Snap, Twitter, all these companies falling apart because of the business, this has moved a lot. And there are some serious gaps which are to be filled. So hopefully we might hit them. 2140 and 2150. Right now, the support is at 2300. Is just there was a gap here which was filled finally. The gap was 2410. So that is the target. Fill the gap. It filled the gap. Now 2410 is your stop loss. Sell below Friday's low, which is 2493. 2490. Target is 2320. 2150. Boom. It's a very, very bad. Walmart had an evening star, which we talked, and it's a perfect evening star, and it's coming down to 156. I want to buy around 157. If it bounces, it's an evening star, so it is set up. So let's see if it holds this. If it breaks below 155, I think it's done. It will come back and test 150. So I'm gonna trade neutral on this. It's an evening star, so it's evening star on daily. So I'm gonna turn into short. I want to sell below 156. Target of 150. This red candle, and 150 and 153. Increasing it to 70%. And stop loss is 158. Microsoft, again, like Google, I want Microsoft to go down until like 240 or some really, really. I want Microsoft to like really, really go down. So Microsoft, right, is at the bottom of this regression channel. The moment it loses 270, trust me, it's gonna lose so much you will not even think that how can Microsoft slip like that. I expect 263, 258, 254, 248, 238 on Microsoft. So right now I am looking at 263, 258 on Microsoft. Sell below 275. Oh, 275 is the stop loss. 275 is the stop loss. 272.50. Nvidia, stop loss is 197, target is 180. It's pretty clear, 188. 197. Sell below Friday's low. 195. In the morning, if market tries to come up, I really doubt on that, but just sell this. McDonald's, it's coming in it's also making a potential evening star. So 246 area, so it's an evening star, similar to Walmart. It should be red. I'm still positive. I want to buy McDonald around 245. Stop loss around 240, 250. Sorry about that. And 248 and 250. It's even star on the daily, but I'm waiting for it to drop much more so that if can get better value for this. UPST UPST has a gap to fill, but UPST made a dodgy here. So unless and until it breaks 72, I will not go short. So 72 to 74 is 75 is the stop loss. 72. If it breaks 72, we'll see 62 on UPST. Crowd. It broke down. It has a target of 185 and a gap at 170. So stop loss should be 207, 208. Target is 196, 185, which is good. Sell below 204, 203. That's crowd. Last is Tesla. Like with such momentum in the market, Tesla kind of held, but Tesla is another stock. If market, see, it's consolidating right here. It's not able to break this area. So if it breaks 987, I think this time it will break very quickly. So I'm just keeping this one as 40%. This one as 60%. I want 987 to break. I want 1000 and 1010. Stop loss is 1010. And buy about 1010 if you want. Target is 929,887, and here is 1033.34. See, it came and tested this area. It's not able to break. It's made a lower low, lower high, which is never a positive sign. And if you look at Heikinishi, it's consolidating. It's not showing me a clear indication. So the moment it loses this red line, that's end of story for Tesla. It will fall apart. It's not able to break higher, which is not a good thing. And if you see, this is making a bearish flag. The moment we lose this, I think it's clear fall. So I'm increasing it to 70, 60, 40. All right, guys. So that's about it, which I wanted to discuss. I have a cold, so I will not take too many questions. I will only go through the chat, maybe for 5 minutes if somebody wants to join. But do not ask the same repeated questions which we have discussed previously. So let me share the Zoom link with you all. And read the comments. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, ZW. Thank you, Vidhi, Gopal. Thank you, Raghu. Can you consider one? Gold futures, I have a very clear target for gold futures, guys. So, Mohammed, 1929 is the area where gold should find a base. So, I'm waiting for 1929 to hold. Right now, it's showing some negativity. It's not showing me strength. Maybe 1918, it comes and I will jump into the gold. So gold, I want 1929 to hold on gold, because gold is making some serious setup. It's a very nice bull flag here. It's very nice. It should hold here. If it breaks here, that's bad. Vivek, 1 second. Let me just go through the comments, otherwise I'll miss them. Hi, Preetham. A firm, there's like technically a firm is done. If you have invested in the firm, it's not showing anything substantial. Unless somebody takes it over, I don't think so. It has any momentum at all at this time. So I'll not trade a firm or invest in the firm. Thank you, Nathan. Uh, thank you, Manoj. Let me just check. Google 2390. Yes. Thank you. Let me read the comments from the top. Otherwise, I'll miss. Hi, 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 hi. MDB. MDB. MDB is making clearly inverted head and shoulders. If it bounces from 377, it's good. Otherwise, if I convert this into normal candles, it has gap at 300. There is no support. It is breaking 50. It might come to 344. 344 will be a good inverted head and shoulder candle. So 344 can be tested on MDB. I can include that. MDB. Stop loss is 377. Target is 344. 304. MDB usually moves really big. In sell below low 369. It's MDB. As I said, it has positive momentum. Yep. Airline and travel stocks will move slowly and steadily. Like UL, I told about ALCCL a few days back, and they moved really good. So now with negative market, I think airline may not go higher, but will consolidate. I just answered about has. Twitter is too much of news, Mr. Rajendra Pandey. So there's no trade on that. You cannot trade on news. It's very difficult. CMG. CMG is a stock which I never trade, but I expect it to post good numbers. Again, it's a ER based stock. I'll avoid it. My luck with ER is well known. I'll not take FCN. No idea on this company. Airbnb will consolidate. Netflix may not go drop that much, Ken. It's gonna hold. Nike did, we did. Facebook we did, Roku no. Intel. FCN is short. It's not short, it's making new highs. There's no short here. It is making bearish engulfing, but it's only going to come down to 163 and bounce. Every time it gone up, came back, tested this and resumed. I don't even know about this company, but this is not a short stock. All right, let me take the questions. Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Naval. Yeah, I was the one who asked about the MongoDB. Thanks for adding that. One more question is, like, I don't know, like, I maybe I missed it. Can you tell me, like, if we are trying to avoid trading coin, like getting options, because from past 1 week it lost significant.
We told about that, right? That coin is sell on rise. If it comes to 153, I totally remember. It was 153, 154. And I said, if you want to sell on rise, sell it.
Okay. Okay. Maybe I missed it. Okay. Sorry. Thanks though. Yeah.
It was 153 right here. See, 154, 155. It talked about this, that it was trading right here, 145, 156. I remember I told you that it's a sell on rise when it comes to the green line.
Yeah.
It came to the green line and then back to back it went down.
Okay. Perfect.
Same goes for Mara. Same goes for
Right.
Reut.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Noah.
Let me read more comments. He is about 42.30 tomorrow. No, I don't see any bottom. There's no bottom here. See, if your chart is not matching my level, it's no issues. You need to understand the logic behind it rather than matching my Fibonacci's. That's a very basic thing. I have a Telegram, but most of the people come to Telegram expecting I will post alert. No, sorry, I do not post alert. I share what I share here. So if you are interested to learn and share your learnings, do come to join my Telegram. Otherwise, sorry, leave that. Okay. Can you say a few things about how you buy options? I usually take options like if I'm looking at this sheet, right? I look at like what's the nearest strike price near my target one. Take that option, buy it this week or next week. That's it. I do not buy leaps. I do not believe in leaps. Fakir Baba, then you are totally confused. I cannot explain. I explained what I wanted to. Ulta. Ulta broke down from 417. It's a very good start, evening star. Ulta is a very good evening star. I think it can easily come to 370. Like Walmart, Target, and Ulta, and Nike, all of them have unique stars. So you can trade them. Either you can buy them at 372 or sell them for 372. All of them. Yes, Dave.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. I have a question about the pivottrading.net, the simple gamma square of 9 calculation that I see that you use.
I used to use that, but not anymore. Like there's too much work now. So I only use Fibonacci layer. I used to use that. They work really well. But because in my office, I do not have time to do calculations and everything. So I've stopped using that. But yes, both the Camarilla method and Gann square of 9 works.
It does. Okay, because I was looking at the numbers that you have and I put it on the GAN 9 and I saw that it was close.
Yes.
So I had a question about that. And then I saw in a couple of your videos you used to use it. So that's one
I
of my
used to use them, yes. But as I said, because most of the time in my day job, I have hardly time to look at the screen. So I wanted to devise a way where I could like define levels which are solid, like they do not change per second or per minute.
All right. Thank you for that. And my next question is, I follow all your indicators you have on your chart, and I was pulling it up while you were doing your charting. And on my platform, I have on the studies. Oh no, yeah, hold on. Under drawers, I only have the linear recession line, which is only two numbers.
You need to expand it like this.
On Schwab, it doesn't allow me. It only gives me the upper division.
No, you need to add them. You need to add them. You need to add these coefficients there.
Okay.
Like you need to add them the coefficients here so that you can have more levels. Usually they give between 0, -1, and 1. You need to add levels to 1, 0.75, 0.25, just to give you a gooder range.
Right. So I was trying to do that with Charles Schwab, but Charles Schwab doesn't allow me to add more than 2. That's it. Is there any other option if your platform doesn't do it? Would you suggest?
Open a Thinkorswim account, it's free.
Yes, I have that.
Just use that.
Thank you. And oh, sorry, one more question. And when you use your recession line, right? And
Regression.
regression line. You pull your Fibonacci from the bottom going up or up the top going up from 0.
It depends on two things. If I'm looking for a bounce from a bottom, like from a top, then I use, let's say, this is my regression channel, right? So
Right.
if I have to draw something here, if I am right here
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking to see a bounce on this, what I will do is I will create a extension from here to here and come down so that I can see the levels going forward. But if I'm looking for a bounce, I will create the retracement from top to bottom so that I can see where while it's bouncing back, it will face the resistance. So depending on, again, my nose is totally blocked. I'll try to speak clearly. If you want to see whether the stock will continue its move higher, you should use Fibonacci extensions. If you want to see when the stock has fallen, where it will find the resistance, you should use this retracements.
I got it. And if you're scalping or you're a day trading, you said 5 or 15 minutes, right?
No, I use 15 or 30 minutes.
Why the 15 and 20 minutes, if you don't mind?
30 minutes, because I don't have time to look at the screen.
All right. And if you're in front of the computer, 5 minutes and a 15 will work fine?
I think 15 minutes is still better. 5 minutes is too much. That if you get too much of information, you tend to panic little quickly.
Okay,
So I tend to give 15 minutes, which is the fair time if there is a spike or there is unnecessary noise in the trade. It will just go up, take up your stop loss and come back. So 15 minutes is still an all right time frame.
Okay. Yeah, because every time you're doing your lines and your studies, I'm following you. But again, I was having some problems. But thank you, I got it.
And if you want to do scalping, use high Kenichi candles, these ones. Just do a very simple strategy. And this is for everyone. If you see the flat top, hold your short positions. That's it. If you see a flat bottom, hold your long positions. Any change of flat top, exit. Any change of flat base, exit. I've made the trading very simple.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yep.
That's all the questions I have. Thanks.
All right. Anyone else? Otherwise, I am done. All right. Thank you. I'll post this information on Twitter.